Hey everyone, it's me. I just want to give a little update on this princess and myself. We are 3 weeks, 3 days postpartum, and she's getting so big. Eliana. Eliana. This baby girl is 3 weeks and 3 days old today. She is such a sweet little baby girl. She's a very good baby. Doesn't hardly ever cry. She's getting so long. She'll fuss a little bit, but she doesn't really cry. Not often. I don't even know how much she weighs now, but she's doing fantastic. We went to her doctor when she was a week old, and she had gained an ounce, which is big because usually newborns lose a few ounces. They don't gain them, and then especially breastfed ones, they say it takes a few months to really start gaining. So she did it though. You can tell she's a chubby little girl that likes to eat. So yeah, we're doing great. She didn't sleep very good. As I mentioned last time, she didn't want to sleep in her bed. We finally, for like 5 days, 4 or 5 days now, she's been sleeping in her little bed. The way that I did it is I finally found one of these swaddles. And I wish I would have found that 2 kids ago, because those swaddles are way better than the normal swaddles. And yeah, she conks out in that swaddle and she sleeps pretty good. I do believe she was in a growth spurt yesterday. She was eating every 2 hours. And yeah, the whole night and everything too. Not every 3 to 4, every 2, if that, 1.5, 2 hours. And so, makes me sad she's getting big, but I'm glad she's doing good, and she's so beautiful. So as far as me, at 2 weeks postpartum, I had lost 19 pounds out of the 23 that I gained with her. This week I've only lost 1 more pound, so afraid it's kind of like leveling out, I guess you could say, which I'm kind of sad about because I lost like 28 after I had Wesley pretty quick within the first month. So I'm kind of sad it's leveling out at 20. I need to lose like at least 20 more pounds to be in the weight range I need to be in. So I'm working on that. I'll show you what I look like at 3 weeks, 3 days postpartum. So my first week postpartum was pretty rough. As I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I had very bad back spasms after the spinal and for the C-section, and then I also had a spinal migraine for a whole week. I was taking Tylenol 3 and ibuprofen for healing from the C-section, and I still had the migraine. It would not leave me. The only time it left me was when I was still in the hospital and they were giving me really strong drugs. I don't know what they were giving me, but that helped. That was the only thing that helped. So at 5 days postpartum, I went to the ER and they were talking about doing a blood patch, but I didn't get it because the anesthesiologist said it would make my back spasms way worse. So I did not want to go through that, and I opted to just wait it out. And after a few more days and praying, God finally touched me and the spasms got a lot better and the migraine finally left. As you know, I do have migraines a lot, but they don't compare to a spinal migraine. If you've ever had a spinal migraine after a spinal tap or anything like that, whew, it is not fun. It's not pleasant at all. So, not only that, my first week postpartum, I was a complete mess. I guess when I got home, it sunk in that as of now, she's the last one. And it hit me hard that that was my last time experiencing pregnancy, and I was regretting like trying to get her out the last few weeks. I was regretting it. Like I know I had a timeline. I was trying not to have a C-section, so I was, really trying to do everything I could to get her out, and I ended up not enjoying my last few weeks of pregnancy because I was just had so much anxiety and trying to get her out. I just let it fly by, and so I was dealing with that and then grieving like, my gosh, that's my last time I'm gonna be in the hospital. That's the last, this is my last newborn, and I don't know, postpartum hormones. I felt like I cried that first week, like all the time. I tried not to let my husband see it. I don't even think he knew, but I feel like I was crying over everything. My emotions were crazy. I've came to terms with it a little bit more that she may be our last one. Maybe like 4 or 5 years down the road, we may have another one. I don't know. Unless something happens and we have a miracle, another miracle, which I would be fine with that. So week 2 was a lot better emotional wise. This week's been better emotion wise. I haven't had that problem. I went at almost 2 weeks postpartum, got my incision checked. The doctor peeled the glue. That made made it really sensitive. And it's still sensitive in some spots. My incision is, if I have to, watch what I do. I still can't lift Wesley or Jaden or anything over 10 pounds for another 3 weeks. It's hard with Wesley because he's 17, or now he's 18 months old, and he doesn't understand that I can't pick him up. He crawls in my lap all the time, which is fine, but, like when I'm walking around, he wants me to pick him up, and I can't, and he cries, and I cry almost. It's hard. But yeah, I've been healing well. Like I said, my incision's still sensitive. It's a little sore. Lot better than what it was. I'm pretty much doing everything that I was doing before C-section, like housework wise and all of that. So yeah, it's going good since she's sleeping better, thank God, for the most part. Her brothers love her. Wesley, we have to constantly watch him with her because he's trying to kiss her or lay on her or do something to her. So we have to really watch that. Jaden will kiss her every now and then, and in the car he likes to hold her hand. He sits by her in their car seats, and it's so sweet. The last few days I've caught him like reaching over and grabbing her hand and talking to her. It's so sweet. So they're doing really good with her for the most part. I mean, they have their jealous moments, and it usually happens while I'm nursing her, and they want my attention, and I'm like, well, I can't really, do anything because I'm nursing her, so that's a little challenging. But anyways, me and this beautiful baby girl are doing great, and thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day. Bye.